Tigers hosting the A's, and the A's are plus 140 on the money line. The Tigers are minus 165. The over-under is 8.5 runs. The A's getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 155, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you would win. The Tigers laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 130, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win by 2. Harris did not pitch against the Tigers either last year or this year. They are 2-6 as a team in his 8 appearances. He's averaging 4 2/3 innings pitched and 3.6 strikeouts per game in those games. Lorenzen pitched 4 times against the A's last year. 7 innings, 1 run, 1 earned. They won that game 9-1 in Oakland. He struck out 3. 6 shutout innings. They won that game 5-3. That was in Detroit. He struck out 5. 5 innings, 1 run, no earned. They won that game 4-1. That was in Detroit. He struck out 8. 6 innings, no runs, no earned. They lost that game 2-1 in 10 innings in Oakland, and he struck out 7. The Tigers are 3-7 as a team in his last 10 appearances. They've lost his last 6 starts. He's averaging 6 innings pitched and 4.6 strikeouts per game in those games. And I say this in every one of these videos. Whenever there's a pitcher who's on a long losing streak or a pitcher who's on a long winning streak, eventually these streaks do come to an end. Now, head-to-head, the road team is 9-1. The road team is on a 2-game winning streak. The A's are on a 3-game winning streak against the Tigers. The A's are 8-2 against the Tigers in their last 10 meetings against them. The underdog has won the last 2 games. The underdog is 7-3 on the money line. The underdog getting a run and a half on the run line. You guessed it, 7-3. There's been one-run game in their last 10 meetings. Ironically enough, it was in the series that they played against each other this year. The under is 5-4-1, and the under 8.5 runs specifically is 6-4. The game they played today, and I was so happy that I bet the A's, and then so mad at myself because I should have bet more, but that's the greed talking, that the A's won 12-3. The game before that, the A's won 1-0. The A's are on a 2-game winning streak. They are 5-5 in their last 10 games, and the over is 8-2 in their last 10 games. There's been a total of 13 runs, 15 runs, 1 run, and 15 runs in their last 4 games. The A's scored 7 runs in a win, 7 runs in a loss, 1 run in a win, and then 12 runs in a win. For the Tigers, they've lost their last 2 games. They are 4-6 in their last 10, and the over is 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. They are 2-2 in their last 4 games. They scored 6 runs, 23 runs, 1 run, and 15 runs. That's combined between the 2 teams. The Tigers scored 4 runs in a win, 14 runs in a win. They were shut out in a loss and then scored 3 runs in a loss. I understand that Lorenzen dominated the A's last year, and this is probably going to be foolish of me because if there's a game that the Tigers are going to get, it's probably going to be this one. But for whatever the reason is, the A's own the Tigers, and I'm just going to keep going with the underdog until, hey, the Tigers beat them. A's with the money line, A's getting the runs and the under. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.